Good morning. It is Monday, is it still May? Yes, May 12th, 2025, and it is 7:35 a.m. coming to you from middle of Georgia. Every time I say that, I think of Middle Earth. Yep, this is my own Middle Earth, my apartment that I'm doing up the way I like it with the things that make me happy. So this morning, I thought I've got this wonderful milk frother. I keep calling it a coffee frother because that's where the milk is always headed. A milk frother. And I decided let's do this. We're pretty sure it's going to be a success. Some Oatly Barista Edition oat milk. See, are you supposed to shake this? I'm just looking because when I took it out of the fridge, I went like this to give it a shake. Well, the lid wasn't on all the way.
Okay.
So
I found this on the web for I'm just looking because when I took it out of the fridge, I went like this to give it a shake. Check it out.
oh my goodness. What is talking to me? The iPad is talking to me. I guess you never know who's listening. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so the lid was not on all the way. And I've just spent the last 5 minutes or so cleaning things up. Okay. And then, of course, when I'm cleaning, I'm finding other places that right next to that place that need to be cleaned. Anyhow. So, all right. I don't know if you're supposed to shake this or not, but there, it's been shaken and I did it over the sink just in case. Okay, so I wanted to show you, first of all, when I first got a milk frother several years ago, I didn't really understand how to use it. Now, most milk frothers have a post somewhere down inside. A lot of them have them in the middle. The Nespresso one has it off to the side, and I think that it kind of works better that way because it's always pushing, like all the milk goes past it when there's a narrow place and a wider place. Anyhow, so on that, there'll be two little things. I'm living dangerously here. I'm right over the disposal hole. Okay, and this little thing, see, the springy thing fits. It really does. There we go. It fits into those little grooves, okay? And then you take this and you just put it on the post. Sometimes it'll fit snugly depending on what kind of milk frother you have, and sometimes it just, it's on there, but it's very easy to put on and take off. Okay, now inside of the frother, there will always be an indication for the maximum amount that you can put in there. Now, I don't quite understand how Nespresso is doing this. I think that the top maximum one is for cold froth, and the bottom maximum one is for hot froth, because the hots, I didn't shake it because I didn't have the lid on. The hot one tends to froth up more, I think. If anybody's joining me, I see somebody's on there, but I can't see your name. Golly, I should have looked this up on Google, right? Okay, I'm just going to put this up to the bottom maximum line. Because, if you put too much milk in your milk frother, you're going to end up with a counter full of froth. Okay, now, I've got a big Nespresso recipe cup, and I've got, okay, nothing is plugged in. I've got some India. All right, this is what I'm going to do. First, I am going to, what should I do? I'll run the India first, okay? Because I can't have both of these plugged in at the same time because the electric current in the house won't take it. Oh, there we go. All right. I have the ground fault circuit interrupter switch, and it frequently shuts off if by mistake I have two things plugged in at once, or two heat producing things. Okay, so we're warming up here. You can see the flashing lights. I've tried to place my phone in a new position this morning so you can see me and the coffee at the same time. So hopefully this will work better. Okay, now this is a Lungo, okay? So it should fill the glass up maybe to about here. We'll see. All right, Lungo. You know, I always say and point because that way it's helping me to remind myself and be mindful of what I'm doing when I'm pressing the coffee button. If I didn't say it, who knows what button I would push, but I'm in the habit of going, okay, espresso or Lungo. All righty. So, yep, I was right. Right about to there. Okay, now I'm just going to leave this sitting there so it can continue to drip. Now I'm going to plug in the milk frother. Okay. And I'm going to press it once. Aha, the red light means it's heating. Yesterday when I did it, I pressed it for too long. The blue light came on. It was doing a cold froth. Okay, let me get a little paper towel here. Put my spoons on. And, okay, we'll take a little look at this. Okay, so the way it's spinning it right now is twice, oh dear. I only put it up to that first line, not up to the tall line. Well, I can always turn it off if it threatens to overflow. Although, unlike some coffee milk frothers, this lid covers everything. I've had one before where the little spout came out, the lid didn't cover it, and if there was too much froth, it just started coming out the spout. Okay, I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's done. Okay. Okay, and it did just come up to the top there. You can see the rubber gasket. All right, are we ready? Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I got this tall glass, right? This is a 16-ounce recipe glass. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm wondering if I should have put a little bit of flavoring into the milk before I froth it. Oh, it's nice and warm. Okay, oh my goodness. All right, I should definitely give it a spin here. I mean, stir. Oh, there's so much froth. Wow. You know, yesterday, because I didn't know how to use the thing, I ended up making cold froth on top of hot espresso. It was kind of like having whipped cream. I really like oat milk. This is so special. I almost feel like, gee whiz, am I in a restaurant or something instead of just my own apartment? But my apartment's a magical place for me, so this is magical. You know, I don't think this could be any better, and I probably should save this for another time, but last night I opened up my maple sugar powder that I got from, was it Vermont Farms? Oh, this is Barred Woods. Anyway, I got it online, probably on Amazon. It was the cheapest size of maple sugar powder I could get. And I just, oh, I love maple. I just had to try it. So I made myself some toast and butter and sprinkled it on, kind of like you'd make cinnamon toast, but I made maple toast. Oh, so good. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some of this liberally on top of my coffee foam here. And, oh gosh, and I'm gonna go ahead and push it down with a spoon and give it a stir around. And I don't know, I may need more. We'll see how this is. That's fun to do. Needs more. I mean, if I want to really taste the maple, it tastes so good the way it is. Now, there is a thing where you can spoon it out. I'm not going to do that. I would rather have a little more control over it, like this. Okay, so what I've got here is probably, how much would I have put in altogether? I don't know, maybe a couple of teaspoons at the most. Okay, we'll see how this is. This is fun to do. I'm just starting to taste the maple. I'm gonna put some more in. You know, I got it to use it. So if I use a bunch of it on this cup of coffee, that's okay. All right, so I would say that altogether, I've probably put in a tablespoon. What does this say? Serving size, a teaspoon, 11 calories. A tablespoon would be 33 calories. That's fine. All right, is it mixing in? So I think we're gonna have another rainy day here in Middle Georgia. Alexa, what's the weather today?
Good morning, Sylvia. The current weather is 68 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for rainy weather with a high of 82 degrees and a low of 61 degrees.
We've had rain for the last couple of days, and I guess again today, but it'll do good for all of the things that need to bloom. I'm starting to taste it more. You know what I think? In all honesty, I think that the flavor of the oat milk is so powerful that it's hard to overcome it with other flavoring. But you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to put in, oh wait, no, I already have an open sweetener here. Okay, get back on there, lid. There we go. Okay. I have, how much Splendo's in here? Maybe a half a packet. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump it all in there. I have just a little glass bowl that I keep on the counter with a little measuring glass. This measures, let's see, ounces, teaspoons, tablespoons. Let's see. And then if I have little partial things of drink mixes or sweetener, I keep them standing up in that so I can use them later. Alrighty. I'm sorry if you don't like that sound. It's really fun to kind of do that to the foam that's on the spoon. All right, here we go. Now, unplug this. Now I can taste the maple. It just, sometimes sweetening something, you need it to bring out the flavor more. Of course, with your coffee, very often sweetening it is going to dull down the natural flavors of the coffee. But with other types of flavoring, for example, like vanilla extract or almond extract, things like that, you need a little sweetness with it for your tongue to get the idea. I am going to enjoy this. Well, look, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good day.